Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a very important topic. So one of the most common videos that I go and watch are ones that are supposed to be good for self-development and growth. So I do find myself watching a lot of lifestyle channels, and on those channels I do find a lot of videos talking about habits and building good habits and sticking to those habits and making it routine. So I really wanted to talk about that today with you. After watching those videos on YouTube about building habits, I decided to reflect on myself and figure out, am I following any really good habits? And if so, what are they and what good are they doing for me? So after just searching within myself, I decided I don't really have any good habits that I'm actively following, which isn't the best thing, especially if you're trying to get better like myself. So I decided to do a challenge where I pick out a number of habits that I want to start implementing in my everyday life, and I'm going to follow these habits to a T every single day, and I want to reflect back after a month and just figure out, like what went well, what I liked, what I disliked, how it affected my life, what were my feelings about them, etc. So I decided to make this a challenge, and I wanted to put this on YouTube because I wanted to keep myself accountable, but also I want to put it out there because I figure that a lot of other people are probably in the same shoes as I am, and I feel like it could be really helpful for you as well. I feel like a lot of us really need to build some good habits that can really help out our day-to-day life, so you can do it with me if you like. So the first part of this challenge is to choose anywhere from 1 to 10 habits that you are going to keep and do every single day and make a part of your routine. How you make this a part of your routine is completely up to you because I don't really know what your schedule is like, but just make time to put these habits in every now and again so that you can actively follow it every single day. So for my 7 habits, I came up with 7 habits to follow. I know I'm going like a little go big or go home here, but I feel like for the state of living that I'm in right now, I feel like it could be very beneficial to me. So yeah, go big or go home. So for my 7 habits, actually let me get my notebook so that I'm a little more like put together and I'm not just rambling. I wrote them down in my book. Okay, so for my 7 habits, I chose journaling every day. I chose checking into my bullet journal every day. I chose drinking enough water, taking my vitamins and my supplements and my Ensure drink every single day. Learn one new thing every day. Read for at least 10 minutes every day, and plan tomorrow's to-dos. So I feel like journaling is really very helpful for me. I've tried it a little bit in the past. I've dabbled with journaling a little bit. I have journals, but I used to write on a regular daily basis back a while ago. And I felt like it really helped my mental state just because I could declutter my mind and just put everything down on paper, and I could kind of keep track of what's going on in my life and keep myself in tune. But then somewhere along the way, I actually stopped journaling and it became somewhat of a chore for me to do rather than something that I enjoyed. So I do want to get back into journaling. I feel like it'd be a very good way to sort out the mental clutter that I have going on inside my brain. It would allow me to feel a little more put together, and I can always look back on it and just kind of see where my mental state is and how it's transforming over time, which I think it's very important when you're trying to develop and grow. I feel like looking back where your starting point is and seeing how far you've come is a very, very rewarding feeling sometimes. A lot of times actually, but I feel like it's a very good thing for me. So the second thing with bullet journaling, I started bullet journaling for the first time in my life, and I feel like it's a very good way for me to have control over what's in my planner. I've tried many planners in the past, and I didn't really like it very much because I didn't have a lot of control over the spreads that I was seeing every single day. I didn't have a lot of control over what would fit on that specific page because I'd like to add things along the way. I'm more of a creative mind, so I need to place things in certain pages at certain points and whatnot, so I didn't really care for the experience as much. So I decided bullet journaling would be the perfect way to go about being creative and being able to do whatever I wanted with the journal. I could sit down, I could create my spreads, I could put in whatever that I needed for my life in order to organize my thoughts, my feelings, everything that's just going on pages. I have control over all of it. And at the same time, it allows me to flex my creativity muscle a little bit, which is great, especially since I'm trying to get back into drawing and writing and creating more. So I think it's a win-win, and I really need to make it more of a habit to go into my bullet journal, check into it, make sure that I'm checking off all my trackers and, adding to it and updating my weeks. It'll allow me to stay on top of everything, which is great. So I need to make that a habit. Drinking enough water is kind of self-explanatory, I think, a lot. I mean, you need to drink water. We all need water to survive, and quite honestly, I don't get enough of it. And I feel like I'm very dehydrated all the time, which is not good. So I really need to keep up with my water intake. I think I lose a lot more water during the day than some would. So drinking more water is especially important for me. So I need to drink water. Speaking of which, I don't know where I place my water. Another thing that I really need to do is take more vitamins and supplements and my drink. So I have a lot of stomach problems, and because of that, I have to eat smaller portions at dinner and breakfast and lunch and whatnot. So I can't eat my full portion size, and a lot of times this leads me to be very hungry. Nico, hi baby boy, hi baby boy. He's getting comfy. What are you doing? He's like, what is this stuff? So it leads me to be very hungry, but quite honestly, I'm losing quite a bit of weight and I don't feel my best. Every single day I feel very low on energy, and I'm getting headaches every single day. And something that my dad had mentioned to me is that I could be just really not getting enough nutrients, which makes a lot of sense. So I decided to buy some Ensure drinks and implement that into my breakfast every morning so that I am getting enough nutrients and all that good stuff. So that's become part of my breakfast routine. I'm really trying to stick with it so that I can actually feel a little more alive during the day. But along with that, I need to take my vitamins and my supplements every day so that I can keep myself nice and healthy. Something that I've really enjoyed doing a lot lately, and I want to make this more of a habit because I feel like it's very, very beneficial to all of us. Let me just grab him for a second. Say hi, Nico. Oh. Ah! Ow. He didn't. Oh, he's scared of the light. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. One thing that I find is very, very beneficial to me, and I feel like I expand my mind a little more every day, is when I actively learn something new every day. Did he cut me a little bit? You scared of the light. You scared of the light. So I'd like to learn one new thing every day and just kind of expand my mind as much as I can, because I feel like learning stuff is just amazing, and why not? We're just living this really long life, and while we're alive, why not just soak up as much knowledge as you possibly can? I mean, what are you going to lose from gaining so much knowledge? I mean, that's just one thing a day really isn't asking a whole lot. Another thing I really need to do more of is reading. I have a lot of good books that's just sitting around. A lot of them have been recommended by other people, and I have quite a few self-help books that I really, really want to read because, well, obviously they're for self-help reasons, and I need some help. I need to do more reading. I'm not good with reading, so I'm making it a mission for myself to at least read about 10 minutes a day if I can. It really doesn't have to be a book. It can be an article. It can be like manga. It can be, well, a book. It can be something, as long as I'm reading the pages, I'm reading the content, I'm soaking in information, I'm reading. So I need to do this at least 10 minutes a day. If more, then that's great. I have a book sitting over on my bookshelf that I really want to read so bad. It's Atomic Habits by James Clear, and I still haven't read it because I haven't been reading. Ironically, this video is about habits, and that book is about habits, and I need to make it a habit to read. I have bad habits. And the last thing, plan tomorrow's to-dos. I feel like I'm a lot more productive when I actually make my day. It's kind of like making your bed in the morning. You set yourself up for success when you take action and do something for yourself. You are making your bed. I want to make my schedule, make my to-dos for the next day. So before I go to sleep that night, I want to be able to sit down and write out what I'm going to be doing the next day. So that way when I wake up, I have clarity in my mind. I have a list of things I'm going to do. It makes me more productive and it gives me, what are you doing? You're going to knock over the ring light, baby. You practically claw my elbow out, or shoulder. You practically claw my shoulder out, and here you are sitting right next to it without fear. Come here. Second try. My baby. Okay, you're free. Yeah, so planning my day out the day before I actually do the stuff or do the thing is very good for me, and I need to do more of it so that I can actually be more of a productive person. A lot of times I'll get to the next day and I'll be like, I do have things I need to do, but I can just put it off for another day. I don't really need to do it today. But as long as I'm setting something for that following day, it's something that I'm following so that I'm making myself do it, as opposed to, I don't really know when I'm gonna do this, but I'll get to it sometime. And then guess what? It doesn't get done. Life of a procrastinator. I'll do it at the last second because why not? But I don't want to continue being a procrastinator. It's not productive. It's not practical. And quite honestly, it doesn't do me any good. So I want to plan out my day. I want to be more accountable. I want to be more responsible. So that's going to be a habit. So yeah, 7 habits that I'm going to implement into my, I was holding up 8, but it's 7. It's 7 habits that I'm going to be following for an entire month. So this is going to be a 30-month challenge. God help us all if that's the case. This is going to be a 30-day challenge. So from day 1, when this video is posted, that's when the challenge begins. You have 30 days to complete this challenge. I know that not everybody is going to be able to keep up with these schedules because they don't actually know how it's going to fit in with their day-to-day schedule. So definitely ahead of time, kind of think about what habits that you are going to implement and try to figure out in your head how you're going to fit this into your day. If it's not going to work, maybe leave out one habit and do a little less. It's okay. Anywhere from 1 to 10 is great. Even if you're just doing the 1, it's the practice of implementing habits into your life that is the important part. So as long as you're making an effort to do 1 habit a day, it'll impact you some way. But just experiment with things, try to figure out what works for you and go with it. But then at the end of the 30 days, we're just gonna do a reflection. We're just gonna sit back and look at the habits that we were picking up throughout the month, figure out what worked for us, what didn't work for us, what we've learned from it, what our feelings were towards the habits that we were doing and the practice and the routines, what we would do differently next time, what habits we're gonna keep, what habits we're gonna get rid of that didn't quite work. And yeah, I think that I'm gonna do a 14-day check-in just to let you know how things are going because I feel like that's important. But I just want to encourage all of you who decide to do this challenge with me, let's put our progress into the comments below and just kind of keep each other motivated, because this is a challenge nonetheless, and it's not easy for everybody. I don't think it's going to be very easy for me, but I'm willing to try this out, challenge accepted. And I don't think it's going to be easy for everybody else. For some people, it may be a breeze, and then for other people, it's just, it's something different. It's a change, and change can be hard sometimes, and I get it. I would love us all to be, there for one another and to support one another and, just kind of be each other's accountability buddy, kind of in a way. I don't know how many people are actually going to see this challenge, but at any point in time you watch this video, even after the 30 days are over, you can still do this challenge. You can still do it. You can still put your progress down in the comments below. Just because you passed that 30-day window that we've been doing the challenge, or that I have, doesn't mean that you can't start too. So if you start the challenge, let me know about it. Say I'm in the challenge in the comments below, and just kind of record your progress throughout. You know, maybe check in within 14 days and just say, hey, this is how it's going. These are the habits I've implemented. You know, it's really interesting to see what other habits people are adopting into their everyday routines. And I would just be curious to see what kind of habits you're implementing and what's working for you. It's great just to bounce ideas off of each other, because, you know, we can always learn something new that way. But yeah, I would be curious to see what's going on with all of you guys, you know, where you're at with your habits and your routines, and what's going on in your everyday life, what's working for you, what's not. Let me know, keep me posted, and I will do the same for you. So as far as this video goes, I will most likely be doing a vlog at some point where I will put in my progress within there as far as the 14-day update, and then thereafter I will return for another video in 30 days from when this video is posted. So I'll let you know how it's going. So from me to you, good luck. I hope that this is a good challenge for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Send me an email if you need to, or if you would like to speak with me on a like one-to-one level. Just, yeah, I'm there for you guys. I've got your back. I support you. You can do it. We can do this, you know? Let's go. Challenge, 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 challenge. So until the next video, bye. Good luck, everybody.